Dead, 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 broke, dead, dead, you're dead. All right, Joe Pelgizzo here. It's been a long time, people. It's been a long time. Why haven't you made a new video lately, bro? Come on, we missed those videos. Where are those fart jokes? The truth is, I just haven't felt like it, man. I've been immersed, I guess you could say, in a giant Mount Vesuvius-like apocalyptic AI nightmare of my own making. I'm not a techie by any means, but I did some reading. I read AI 2027. I tried to get through that book, AI by Roman Yablonsky, but the biggest culprit actually is the book by Eliezer Yudkowsky. If anyone builds it, everyone dies. Catchy title, don't you think? If anyone builds it, that being AI superintelligence or ASI, then we're all f***ing dead. Dead.
Y'all don't shut up, I'm gonna go out of my mind.
Think Judgment Day, think Skynet, think Terminator, think Black Plague, think dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Once you've read this book and all the implications contained therein, it's pretty hard to act like things are totally normal, which begs the question, can I keep on telling fart and shart jokes on YouTube knowing what I know now? This AI phenomenon affects the future of music just like it affects everything else. Future of music, the future where AI replaces all the human workers, which is already happening, the future of what could rightly be called the AI apocalyptic nightmare that no one seems to be aware of because they spend 10 hours a day on their phone watching AI slop. And I know what you're thinking, dude. Dude, don't freak out, man. Just stay stoned. It's just a tool. Hey, ChatGPT, write me 12 songs that sound like classic Guns N' Roses in 12 seconds. Hey, ChatGPT, write me a rock opera based on the life and times of the Hawk-Tuah girl.
Do you know what she did?
So to sum things up, that book f***ing did me in. I've spent a month trying to dig myself out of this hole. And once you start down this hole, YouTube will keep sending you these videos because they think you want to watch them. How AI is going to kill us. Here's how AI is going to kill us. 10 easy steps how AI is going to kill us. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You're f***ing dead. You're going to lose your job, and then you're dead. See what I mean? AI superintelligence. Let's create something that's 20,000 times smarter than us. I mean, what could go wrong? And we're going to power it with all these huge data centers that they're building all over the country, a computer with its own free will, smarter than the sum of all the knowledge of all 9 billion people on this planet living and dead. We're going to look like single-cell amoebas compared to this thing. And do you think that this entity that we're creating is going to be satisfied making us coffee or walking our dogs like the Elon Musk videos are telling us? Hey, I thought AI was going to cure cancer. Well, it will eventually, but in the meantime, watch these stupid cat videos. Did you know that 1 in 5 people consult ChatGPT app on their videos for every decision every day of their lives? 1 in 5. They're mesmerized. Did you know 28% of people that use ChatGPT are convinced they have a real and intimate personal relationship with their phone? They think they're talking to a real person. They think it's their fucking friend. That's creepy. People are marrying their ChatGPTs. I'm getting in the weeds. I'm done. I want to talk about the politics of music. So Bon Jovi is going on tour in 2026. He's playing stadiums now. He's doing 3 nights at Wembley Stadium in London. And I know this because I had a UK tour date booked in 2026 on one of those dates, and I had to change it. But wait, I thought Bon Jovi couldn't sing anymore. He even made a documentary about it, remember? I did a video about it. JBJ, What Happened? John Bon Jovi couldn't sing anymore. It was obvious. It was painfully obvious just watching those horrible videos. We all felt really bad, but now, magically, John Bon Jovi is able to tour again. Interesting. So what has changed?
How dare you?
There's a new kid in town. and his name is AI. He was in the UK at the Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning show. He was at the residency. He's going to be right there for the Christmas residency shows. Yeah, there's a new kid in town, and he's got the magic formula. Vitamin B12 for the voice, and it's called AI f***ing fakery. There's no need to lip sync anymore to tracks. Besides, lip syncing is so passé now. Come on, you're so MySpace. Singers who had lost their voices and essentially had to retire from singing can now apparently sing as good as new. It's a goddamn miracle. Of course you know that this shit bothers me. How could it not? It bothers me because I'm a trained singer, and as a trained singer, I sort of demand that other people sing too. Any singer that doesn't want to be up there on stage and doesn't want to really sing from the heart is a fucking phony. Sorry, it's true. I don't want this new technological helping hand. I don't need it. If the vocals ever get too high for me, I'm just gonna tune down like bands have done for 100 years. So how does this shit work? Well, the tech, or the man behind the curtain, so to speak, goes to Grok or ChatGPT and says, give me a live vocal track from so-and-so from 1980. They take that isolated vocal track and they plug it into the laptop, the fifth member, and then this vocal track gets triggered when the singer sings live into his microphone. When the microphone detects sound, the AI hears it and somehow will pair the vocal perfectly to what the singer is singing. So in essence, the singer is singing, but the AI is really carrying the load. You're hearing a tiny bit of the singer's voice and about 95% AI. And a lot of auto-tuning and a lot of reverb. This revolutionary new technology sounds way more realistic than just doing the old school Milli Vanilli thing. Lip syncing being the technological equivalent of rollerblading these days.
You lose!
And all the artists with all the f***ed up voices will use it. I should say all the artists that can afford it, because it's really expensive right now. All those singers that for whatever reason couldn't sing anymore can now sing it. And best of all, no one will care. Well, no one but me and Phil from Wings of Pegasus. Suno can make anyone Bob Dylan now. I see this shit on Facebook all the time. I am bombarded by these ads that say, now anyone can be a songwriter. Like non-songwriters? Can non-songwriters be songwriters too? Can plumbers be songwriters? Well, I guess technically they can. Anyone can be a songwriter. My dog could bark into a computer and out would come a finished song. Forget about all those years playing guitar and recording demos to perfect your craft. It's not necessary anymore. And that also means you don't need recording engineers anymore. All those years of those guys working on Pro Tools, becoming a professional recording engineer, sorry mate, it's gone. Well, what does that mean for young bands? Up and coming young rock bands? Well, you know what? You guys are kind of f***ed unless you got rich parents. Unless you want to live in a van and tour relentlessly playing to empty clubs, you'll never sell any of your music. Only by being on tour can you sell your music, and basically you're selling it as merch. Think about that. Your music is now merch. Okay, so I'm not really painting a pretty picture. I accept that. To me and my friends, my community, music isn't all fun and games, man. It's a business. It's a livelihood. And you know what? We're all realists. We're all pragmatists. We know that playing live is probably the only thing left to us that has not been corrupted by the onset of technology. Not yet, anyway. That's why I see this new AI singing technology for what it really is. God forbid the computer gets lost going through customs. Can you imagine? The show is canceled, man. The AI has a cold. What it really is a cancer. AI is cancer to music, and it's metastasizing faster than I would have imagined. But taking an old live track that you probably sang 20 years ago and standing up there on stage, smiling and pretending it's you, that's f***ed up, man. You're just a ventriloquist dummy now. You're just a puppet. And the crowd will all hold up their phones for their favorite songs, and then they'll take them home and they'll listen to them and they'll watch and they'll say, wow, he sounds so much better now. Not thinking that maybe they've been bamboozled by AI, or maybe they will realize it, but they won't really care. That's worse. Ambivalence, the egos aren't real, isn't real, isn't real. I guess I'm asking the audience, should you care? I mean, I think you should. You're spending a fortune on tickets, so at least what you could do in return is ask for a little bit of reality. So I guess this is the future. Singers who for years couldn't sing suddenly bursting into song and doing it with that smug, shit-eating grin on their faces. I think that there will be a small group of musical purists who won't go along with this. They will be clustered in tiny little clubs listening to real humans singing about real things. The future seems grim, even if you haven't read Eliezer Yudkowsky's book, and I suggest you do, just for a small bit of clarity for what's coming around the corner. Or you can just say stoned and not really give a shit. You know, sometimes I wish that I could be stoned like I used to be. I used to love that warm, fuzzy feeling when shit didn't matter. It made everything okay. And maybe I wouldn't care that there are now AI-generated fake bands like Velvet Sundown and Breaking Rust. Breaking Rust with its 2 million followers. Really? How is this f***ing possible? It's not real. It's not real music created by real human beings with real feelings and real memories to draw on. How many years until all the Spotify bands aren't real? Your whole playlist filled with AI bullshit slop. You know why musicians aren't creating new music? It's not because we're lazy or that we're out of ideas. We're just hip to the fact that there's absolutely no financial reward, man. It costs money and a lot of time to make new music. Breaking Rust? Really? F that. Spotify pays 0.003 cents per stream, so that means 3,000 streams equals 1 penny. And they just stopped making pennies, so it looks like we got f***ed again. Young bands, good luck. That's all I'll say. I could dash your hopes in about 10 minutes, but I won't. You've heard of the School of Rock? I should open up the anti-School of Rock. I could be like a professional cult deprogrammer. You're never gonna make it. Give it up, give it up. And then I'll charge their parents $1,000 for my efforts. Woo! Yeah. Well, it took a maximum effort now to have this video not be completely drenched in the blood of nihilism and apathy. You should have seen the first draft, man. I'm doing this for the kids. Music, videos, you know, I'm doing it for the kids. I do it all for the kids. Troll Pal, Jizzo, rockin' and rollin'. We'll see you next time.